Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2020 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last half of April. This reading is for Aries, the fire sign of Aries, for the last half of April. That's Aries sun, moon, rising, if your Venus is in Aries, or if you're cross-watching for an Aries as well. Welcome everyone, welcome newcomers and first-timers, and welcome back followers and subscribers. Thanks for all of your support, your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations to this channel. Thank you so much for all that you do, and I hope everyone is continuing to stay safe and sane today. The world is in fluctuating energy right now. Okay, Aries, if you know any of your other signs, rising, if sun, rising, moon, Venus, watch those as well, because it can bring in additional clarification, information into what's going on in your life. General readings always resonate a little differently for everyone. If the readings do resonate with you, any of them, and you are interested in taking a deeper look at something or setting up a personal reading or getting information, you can click on the description link below, click on the little arrow, you'll see some info and contact details. Email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I can usually respond with more information within the same day or the first 24 hours. I do readings full time, so scheduling readings, I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get them out or set up with you as quickly as possible. So I look forward to hearing from those of you who are interested. All right, let's dive right into this, Aries. Let's see what the last half of April has in store for you. All right, we begin April. We begin Aries with the Queen of Cups. I am using the Gilded Tarot by artist Sarah Marchetti. Clarifying her, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the King of Cups. Wow, and he's going to be sitting right next to the Queen of Cups. Clarifying him, we have the Hermit. On the bottom of the deck, overall energy for the last half of April is the Page of Cups. So there's a couple here, or a very well-matched team, whether it's a love romance couple or best friends, work colleagues. I mean, obviously, the Queen and King of Cups is, they don't have their own individual clarifying cards, but they are sitting next to each other. So this may be very specific to some of you, because it looks like this is about a relationship, and a relationship between two people who are kind of a natural inherent match, and it's probably a relationship that has been in place for some time at least. Again, love and romance, other kinds of relationships, friends. This is probably more of a romance or love-based relationship. It could also represent parents as well, a mother and a father. The Queen and King of Cups. Cups is water energy. It's emotional energy. It's the element that governs the suit of cups. It's about our emotional landscape, relationships. The Queen and King of Cups have grown and matured and evolved beyond the young, immature energy of the Page, which we also have here. The only thing we're lacking is the Knight. The spontaneous, impulsive energy of the Knight. And they've reached a place where they're balanced, self-mastery and control over their emotions. They may sometimes be a little difficult to read emotionally because they have such good self-control in their emotions. But in the upright position, at least, nurturing, loving, very in tune and aware and intuitive about their own emotions, their own spirituality, their divine intuition, and that of the people around them as well. They're a great source of support, etc. Now, clarifying the Queen of Cups is the Nine of Swords. A lot of stress, anxiety, worry, fear of the future, all in the head. This is kind of a card of, your mind, your fears, your fears, especially fears of an unknown future, kind of hijacking your mind. And this is thinking about something to such an extent, chasing it around in your head, obsessing, dwelling on it, maybe on the most negative outcome that something could be, that it becomes bigger and worse in your head than is actually in the physical reality of the situation. It doesn't mean that the source of your fears or concerns aren't valid, but the Nine of Swords is a card about obsessive worry, obsessive thinking. And clarifying the King of Cups is the Hermit, which is a card about, it can represent withdrawal for contemplation, reflection, trying to gain wisdom. It can be, it's usually a very kind of solitary, by yourself kind of energy. Then overall energy is the Page of Cups, which is messages of love, messages of support, messages of encouragement, little flirtatious things, kind of fishing a little bit with that love. This looks to me, Aries, like a couple who have been together for some time. You're a pretty good match. You're a really good match. You're showing up as the king and queen in the same suit. So you're kind of a natural, inherent match. You fit well together. But both of you appear to be going through a time period where there's a lot of stress and anxiety. It might be you, Aries, who are, worried and stressed out and feeling alone. This Page of Cups may be that you're trying to, reach out a bit, give little messages, maybe flirt with your person a little bit, or they to you. But there's this underlying energy that it feels like you guys are kind of separated. You might be physically separated, but it feels like you're actually together or in proximity to each other. But there's a lot of underlying kind of stress and anxiety and maybe feeling alone and separate. Looks like somebody's trying to kind of reach out a bit, but somebody else isn't responding. Maybe it's your person that's trying to do that, or you're trying to do that with your person, and it's not having quite the desired effect. Let's clarify this Page of Cups. What is this page trying to deliver? What is this page trying to say? I feel like this is a message. What is this Page of Cups trying to say? The Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wants a new beginning. Although I wish, whether it's you being the Page of Cups, Aries, or your person, I wish perhaps it was more of a knight, because knights are more action-oriented and actually manifesting things. Pages are just kind of the messengers. They're giving the message. It could be just lip service, but it does look like someone wants a new beginning, a practical new beginning. They want to start over again. They want to build into something that's going to be, have solidity and stability, because Pentacles is governed by the energy of Earth. So it's all about the physical structure of our life, or what makes us feel safe, solid, stable. So somebody wants to have a new beginning, to start building on stability. Maybe somebody else is. So if you're the one offering this to your person, Aries, it looks like they're a good match. You guys are, I hesitate to say you're meant to be with each other, but you're a very good match. You fit well together. Your person may be having some underlying stress and anxiety about it. Maybe you guys have gone through a lot of difficulty in the past, and they're like, I don't know about this. Is this really true, or is he just saying this, or she's saying this? And this could be vice versa as well. And you're kind of feeling maybe they're keeping their emotions kind of close to their chest too, and so are you. And both of you are feeling kind of alone. It kind of feels like both of you maybe are wanting the same or similar things, but you're not really communicating all that well right now. Because I feel like, Aries, you're feeling a bit shut out, maybe. Maybe somebody's been waiting. Maybe your person has been waiting, or you've been waiting in a relationship for quite some time for something to manifest, and maybe pretty much maybe given up hope or whatever, and now there's an offer on the table, or coming, or you're talking about it, or somebody's kind of reaching out sort of tentatively, but the other person is like, well, I don't know. It's been like there's all this water under the bridge, whether it's you or whether it's your other person. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords, because this Queen of Cups, either you're stressed out about this Queen of Cups, or this Queen of Cups is stressed out about you. I feel like it's almost one and the same. Underneath her cool, calm exterior, there's all this stress and anxiety and worry. The Four of Pentacles. So somebody is holding on to what makes them feel safe. This is a card in an emotional sense that also represents feeling, being very maybe closed off, protective, guarding. You're holding on to what makes you feel safe. I feel like this is a history sort of thing, Aries. And I know that in the past few months with Aries readings, there's been some kind of theme and energy about, needing to make a decision, needing to do one thing or the other, whether you're going to progress to the next level of something or not. And maybe the other person's been waiting, and maybe now it's kind of happening, but somebody is fearful. Somebody wants to hold on to what little they feel they have because it makes them feel safe, and maybe that's making you feel shut out, guarded, protective. Again, this could be you. Feels very much like a situation which has been going on for some time, is in a little bit of flux right now. So let's see what's next. See what's next for Aries. And we're only looking at a short period of time, 2 weeks, the last half of April. So let's see what's next, what's coming after this energy. Because it feels like there's still a fair amount of potential for the two of you to work things out if you'll both just kind of come out of your respective corners and talk openly and honestly about things. Because right now it looks like both of you are kind of going about your day-to-day stuff and kind of keeping your emotions pretty close to yourself. And that may be causing stress for each other because you're like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. So what's coming next? The Five of Swords, so victory. Although it's hard won, it's been a difficult battle. Right behind that is the Empress. Beautiful new beginnings, fertility. There's still, this is ground, even if the crop has failed before, wasn't all that great. The Empress says that now is the time to actually plant something new, to sow some new seeds. It's a good card for a good beginning. And the Knight of Wands is charging forward and doing it quite quickly, quite fast, quite aggressively, assertively. So this feels actually pretty good for most of you, Aries. It looks like whatever the two of you in this relationship, regardless of the nature of it, have been through, there is a victory and there is a new beginning, and it takes off pretty quickly. It feels like it's still with the two of you together. Although for some of you, it could always be that you end up leaving and having this new beginning somewhere else quite quickly. But it doesn't feel like a breakup to me. So it feels like the two of you actually do what needs to be done. And that's what it looks like, what Spirit would prefer to have happen in this situation. But of course, free will, free agency, and in a relationship, it takes both parties kind of being on the same page. So we'll see how it plays out. But the potential looks quite good for this situation, Aries. So Aries, that is your reading for the last half of April 2020. I hope that you found it positive and useful somehow. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you and you'd like to take a look at something deeper, or reach out for a personal reading, you can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. You can also click on the description link below, click on that little arrow for more information. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the May 2020 general readings. I wish you always much love, joy, and blessings. Stay safe and sane out there, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.